All right, so the best place to find a girlfriend or wife in the Philippines, or if you want to date around casually, right off the top, as I've said in previous videos, Boracay is probably the hardest place to just, for dating in general. It's more of an American style, many very beautiful people, not gonna be, a Leyte, Dumaguete vibe. So that brings me to those places. Like if you're an older guy, realistically, and you're out of shape and you don't have a lot of sexual marketplace value, or SMV as we call it, the top places that I'm going to recommend right off the top of my head are gonna be Dumaguete and the Leyte area. Anywhere that is less populated and poorer, for lack of a better term, you're going to have a much easier time landing a wife, girlfriend, or anything of that nature. Women will be essentially very, very intrigued and ready for a foreigner. And they don't really care, you're just a foreigner. It doesn't really matter. I know girls, even outside of Cebu, that are drop dead excited and bubbly with excitement for a 55-year-old that looks 70. And just, they're just claiming it as their foreigner, essentially, because a foreigner is a status symbol for women that date foreigners. Some don't, but if you do, you and your friends will, hey, I have a foreigner, you don't. It's a bit of a bragging factor. So it really doesn't matter what you look like, you're just a foreigner. So the guy in question actually has gray hair and, looks like he's probably seen better days, but yet he is a prize to this woman who is 20 years old and very, very, very attractive. So you can really have it your way, and it's kind of a man's world out here. So if you go to areas that aren't rich, you will have it your way, my friends. So make sure that you take that into account. Now, if you come to a Manila or a Boracay, and I would assume probably Siargao and Palawan, you're gonna have a lot of good looking guys. So it all depends on your competition. What is your competition? That will determine what your value is. If your competition is a bunch of 30-year-old with 8-pack abs like Boracay, you're gonna have to be a whole stud. Otherwise, you're going to be alone 100%, unless you wanna pay for play. So any more populated area, you're going to have a tougher time. Even the Angeles cities outside of pay for play, there's a lot of people there. But certainly BGC, tons of studs, Boracay, tons of studs, Makati, etc. Many 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds, guys that have hit the gym before. So you're gonna be kind of out. So I always suggest more of a provincial area. Yes, you're gonna have to give up some of the infrastructure and things of that nature, but you're going to be able to have it your way and get that beautiful girl that would be way out of your league otherwise. Even if you're getting, I don't know, $800 a month, you'll be fine. Now, can you come to Boracay and make that happen? You can. I know a girl that is 26 but looks about 21, very pretty girl, that is dating a 60-year-old, and they pay 10,000 pesos for their rent. So that's $180, and she's proud and she's still working. So, I mean, it's definitely doable, but it's gonna be more of a rarity. Or, I mean, you can wife up a girl that is, one of these hostesses at these restaurants or a waitress or something, but just make sure you're ready and stuff. You don't wanna lie to them or play around. But yeah, in the Boracay, it's a relatively poor area if you really get down to it. So, the limited amount of girls that there are, if you're willing to wife them and you're getting, say, 800 to 1,800 a month, you're rich to them and you'll be able to make that happen for sure. So that's another thing. But yeah, I mean, as a general rule, if you're trying to hook up with tourists, no chance. And then there's just a smaller pool of dating here. So I'd say go to a real deal province that's not the #1 island in Asia, and just kind of take it from there. So Dumaguete, you got the Negros girls, as I've said, and if you're a younger guy that has some SMV, you'll do better than the older guys, and those dudes are winning, obviously. I mean, I made the video, but it just is what it is. That's the vibe out there. Then you got Leyte, poor area, a lot of beautiful girls. You just gotta be realistic. Major city, higher difficulty. Money, higher difficulty. No money, no difficulty whatsoever. You could look any type of way. You could let yourself go. Just have your credit card and your wallet ready. You don't need to be handsome. You don't need to watch your diet. You don't need to do any of that. Your skin color, black or white, is a flex. If you're an American, and Americans are envied. If you are a Canadian, anywhere in the West, but America is maybe number one. I'm not saying that because I'm American, I'm saying that because I know. So that's a flex. You don't need to lie to these girls either. I see these guys talking about, oh, I own 7 condos in Texas, or oh, I was the CEO of Apple. No, you weren't. You were probably cleaning bathrooms, or you were probably a McDo cashier. But in the Philippines, you're rich. Whether you're a 2-week millionaire, or you're able to just come here with your retirement package, or you got 100 grand and you just, you know, act like you're a millionaire. You can tell girls you're a millionaire and you're not. Filipinos don't fact check you. They don't check your passport for age verification. They don't check your tax return from last year. I know girls and they'll say, oh, I met a guy who's 36. I'll say, okay, cool, let me see him. You know, be hanging out or whatever. And they show me a picture. This guy's easily 56. I mean, I'm telling you, this dude's definitely 10 years older than me. I'm 46. So it's just a thing where they're kind of take you at face value. You're not able to just, you don't just decide, I mean, they don't fact check you, so you can choose your own adventure, essentially. Guys come out here and they just lie. They say, oh, I was the CEO of a company. Oh, I'm a real estate baron. When really, they were a broke bum. But you can reinvent yourself in the Philippines. Don't do it. I'm not telling you to lie, but guys do it. And they think they have to flex. In America, we have to flex. We have to have the Benz. We got to be friends with Drake. We got to do all that. But in the Philippines, you don't need to do any of that. And leave your expensive jewelry at home. Nobody gives a shit about your Rolex. They're going to think it's fake anyway. You're just going to get robbed, even if it was fake. Be careful. But yeah, the reality is that you need very little. The bar of entry is very low. And the poorer and less infrastructure and more removed from the city that an area is, the more you'll be on easy mode as a older foreigner. Now, if you're a young guy, come to Boracay, come to BGC, come to Makati. You can compete. You will do well. If you were a ladies' man in the United States, you can be a ladies' man here. Just don't lie to anyone. That's all. That's the only rule that I have. I've done very well in the Philippines, and I know how to speak to women. I'm not 100 years old. I've seen a gym before, etc. I have blue eyes, so that's an automatic thing. Women want a baby with blue eyes. They want a foreigner that's not 100. They always are confused about how I live here. They go, wait, did your job put you here? I don't understand, sir. And I'm like, no, I got a little bit of money. You know, I'm a YouTuber, whatever. It's like, it's not really that serious, but they don't seem to comprehend that, because the norm until, I don't know, probably past 10 years or something since digital nomads became big, was, you know, the old grandpa, the 65-year-old plus, who properly retired and came to the Philly Willy. So now it's a little bit different. We got a lot of 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds, whatever, out here, but you know, some of these girls haven't been exposed to that. Some of these girls from the provinces and stuff, and a lot of the girls in Manila came from provinces and stuff. So basically, province is going to be the best. Dumaguete to be exact, Leyte to be exact, and many, many others, of course. You're a stud. You think you really got it like that with the ladies, or you were really, really doing well in the United States, don't lie to yourself. You can come here. You can go to Palawan, you can go to Siargao, you can go to Manila, you can go to Bonifacio, Global City, you can go to Makati, you can go anywhere where a girl has money. See, if a girl has money and she likes you, that means she really likes you. If a girl doesn't have any money and she likes you, that means she's looking for an opportunity in life. That's just the real truth. I like to give the honest truth. I'm not gonna bullshit you and act like, you know, you became handsome. No, you didn't. What had happened is you came to somewhere where you are rich if you get $18,000 a year, where you would be homeless in America. So that's all that happened. You didn't get more handsome, you didn't get a facelift, you didn't lose 50 pounds. You simply imported yourself somewhere that made sense. So stay away from Manila, stay away from Boracay, unless you want to do pay for play. You can do pay for play, no problem. But outside of that, you're always going to be better off in like an area like a Leyte, like a Dumaguete, and many, many, many others. There's provinces surrounding Cebu, Toledo City, things of that nature. You know, many girls that would be willing in like Lapu-Lapu as well, which is a city, but it's not a very fortunate city. And so that's going to be an easier time for you, where you don't have to worry about going to the gym or coloring your hair or any of that. You just go to somewhere like that. Now, if you go to the places like where I live, you're gonna have more of a difficulty factor because of all the beautiful people. If you see in these videos walking around, there's a lot of dudes that are in shape, tall, young. They're not old. They don't have gray hair. They're not bald. They're not, you know, don't look like the pregnant man. So those are gonna be, you know, your competition. Your competition decides your value. If there is just a bunch of other old guys like you, your value is high. If there's a bunch of 30-year-old Chads walking around, why in the hell would they ever pick you? they wouldn't. So I don't mean this to be cynical. I'm not angry. I'm simply kicking the raw facts for you guys and being honest. And I'm not putting myself above anyone or saying that this or that. I'm just trying to deliver the message, boots on the ground, as someone that's been around to these places, okay? So the beautiful Boracay Island, like, comment, subscribe, share the video. And Willie's Rock on a Saturday. Couldn't be a more beautiful day. Got the beautiful clouds, but no dark clouds coming in for the rain. And Sana all.